football season all comes down to this. The championship game featuring the top seed that was expected to be here against a much lower seed that's had to scrape and claw through 3 rounds of playoffs. But all that matters now, 4 quarters of football for immortality and the ultimate prize in the sport, that national championship trophy. Welcome to gleaming State Farm Stadium, the home field of the Cardinals in Glendale, Arizona. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. Kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Important second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. We bring him down to the 25 and moving closer and closer to the red zone.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with him.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Looking downfield near the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Oh, my gosh. Would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield. He misses it. That's when you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to chuck it again. Caught by the receiver.
This play takes a little bit of time to develop. The quarterback shows outstanding patience here before he makes that throw.
Biggest play so far in this national championship game. It's 3rd down in the red zone. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Offense facing second and goal. It's a quick grab. Touchdown, Bama. They strike first in this national title bout. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start with 25. Fake on first down. Pressure is coming. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Georgia has moved into the red zone. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking to the end zone. That one's picked off. What a play. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
The offense here, Chris, getting aggressive inside the red zone on 1st and 10. They take a shot near the goal line, and the defense does a great job of stepping in front of that for the interception.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw. Second and 10 here. They're going to run it. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
On third down, he drops to throw. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle.
With such tough field position, at least he gets some positive yards to give your punter a little bit more room, and who knows, maybe he can flip the field for you.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion makes it second down. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. He's in the clear at the 30 now. Brought down at the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play.
Here
comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first down, it's play action. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. First down, why not keep it on the ground? Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking right, this one caught. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Catch made on the out route. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal. The Tide offense line up here on first and goal. He hands it off from the gun. Stopped right at the line. This is a stubborn defense backed up against the goal line.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Tide.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. They add the extra point and the lead now 21-zip. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. He escapes the pocket. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Signs the quick throw. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. Those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Bringing pressure. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw yet again. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. To be brought down at the 46. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it's 3rd and short like this, and the offense comes out in a shotgun, still leaving that option for a run. I thought it throws the defense enough for the quarterback to make a quick read. The result is a first down in a big game.
Quick completion to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The completion sets up a 2nd down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He bought some time, now lets it go. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Ball carrier wrapped up, brought down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Clutch conversion on 3rd there. Sets him up first down from the 31.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Finally out of bounds after a solid game, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Penalty sets him back, makes it 1st and long. Looking to throw here. The pass rush closing in. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
See if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the completion made. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
And the Bulldogs bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner is brought down. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left outside the pocket. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
I love the idea of this quarterback just continuing to give his guy a chance. Already making multiple plays. Why not put it up in the air and give him a chance to get in the end zone one more time?
And this one is caught. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Nicely run slant here by the wide receiver. The footwork created just enough separation for the catch.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Close to the tight end. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. And here comes the punter onto the field. See if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And this pass is caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast. It puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. A short completion to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up 2nd manageable here for this offense.
It's a shotgun run call. Looks like Georgia will have the 1st down. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Wide open downfield. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Quarterback rolling to his right now. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
What a great job by this defense. Backed up deep in their own territory inside the red zone, but they get penetration to come up with a loss there.
So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs, as they answer with their first score of this title game.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
And the extra point was up and good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. And here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And he's got it again. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The pass is intercepted. Could take it all the way. Tackle after the pick, and then he'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The passing game effective in the first half. Let's see if they keep it going or if the defense has made adjustments trying to protect the lead here. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
QB to the tight end for a completion. And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Being set, here's 2nd down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On the move now. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They're going to run it here. Breaks into the clear. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Solid gain there. Sets up a first and goal at the 7.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Alabama's offense now lining up on first and goal. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They finally corral him at the 1. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe you hold them to 3 points.
The receiver grabs it. Touchdown, Alabama. This quarterback on fire today. Monster stage, another touchdown. This quarterback and receiver having a game we're never going to forget.
Well, and the defense right now has got to be pulling their hair out trying to come up with ways to slow him down, whether they play zone or they play man. Nothing is working, and give credit to this quarterback. He just keeps dialing up his guy and keeps coming up with touchdowns.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Play fake, looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be first down. This offense in good position here.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. The Dogs will crank up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned at the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. He'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Finds an open target on the left side. Stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of.
And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, does a nice job here as a safety of just sitting back, kind of playing center field, letting the play develop, and then once the ball's in the air, he did not hesitate, and that quickness allowed him to come up with that interception.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. First down, looking for more now. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
They'll hand it off. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. It's a blitz look here from the defense. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. So 3 quarters complete. This battle to crown a national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game summary so far. So who's going to pick up the W as we begin the final quarter of play? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Handoff with a single back.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Keeping it on the ground here. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. And now the running back's got it again. Picks up the first, looking for more. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
It'll be Smolder right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they'll They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Touchdown, Bama. Still no answer for this offense.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quick throw to the left. He makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
It's almost like they don't have another receiver to throw the ball to. This guy's been making all kinds of plays today, and this time he decides to show off some fancy footwork and somehow stays in bounds.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys in bounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
And looking to throw now on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Guards come to the line to run the hurry up. They look to throw it here on second down. The pocket breaking down. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. How you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. They bring him down, but a solid game there in first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Here's the second down play. Leaning on the run game here. He breaks free. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. And now the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Hand it off. Gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
There's the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And there's the handoff. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.